Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
I am Mike.
And today, Sunday Funday. So what are we doing today for Sunday Funday? Today, actually, one of you guys reminded me that I said I wanted to do this, and then I wrote it down, and it gets lost in the shuffle. But being that you reminded me, I said, let's bump this to the front anyways and get this done. So this is the battle of the malted rye that we have. So I might have to put the Wharton things down because not everyone is. So this one, we're going to start out with a Smokewagon malted rye. It comes in at 59.279% alcohol. So I'll put the number down here later on what it actually is. We got it for $74.99. And then this one is 56% alcohol. So that one would be $122. Does that sound about right? I'll put them all down then, I guess. We got it for $40 on this one. I hate when they don't just put the number. Against New Riff malted rye. Did I say this was Resurgence? I'm sorry. They're all malted ryes anyway. So this is New Riff malted rye. This is a 6-year. This comes in at 100% proof. We got it for $67.99. Against the Old Petrero, this comes in at 130.86 proof, and we got it for $89.99. And I know this one's a lot less proof, but I do remember it having a huge malty flavor. So I'm just curious how these are going to actually roll out with each other anyway. So, we're going to do it. You ask, you receive. So we're going to see. I remember really liking the Old Petrero. I haven't tried any of these in a dog's age, so it'll be interesting to see.
Typically, I don't go back to these.
No, normal mystery mash mix-up rules. I can talk today. I didn't even have a drink yet. Mike pours them. I'm out of the room. He leaves. I shuffle them. We will be drinking the same thing at the same time. You're going to see what we're drinking. We have no clue. We might guess, but, we'll see how close it comes. Sometimes we guess, sometimes we don't. On the glass number one.
That's a decent nose.
Yes.
Although I will say, even when I was pouring them, none of them came out. You could smell it when I was pouring, which usually a lot of them we can't.
Right.
Not so much in the malt land, but in like with just a regular bourbon, usually you can't.
Ooh. Other than the New Riff, the other three are higher proof. But I didn't realize the New Riff was only, I remember this having a huge malty presence though when we did it. I didn't realize that was only 100 proof. But, it'd be interesting to see how they all map out. Just because it's a lower proof doesn't mean it doesn't have as much flavor, if not more. Which, I haven't had a drink yet, but this doesn't have a lot of proof to it, if I was guessing. You think it's proofy?
It sparkled a little on my tongue, but it's
definitely tasty though.
A little bit in your throat.
Yeah. That's actually a very good start. I can say that. Not a ton of malt right now yet. You know what I mean? It just has there's a malt there, but it's very fine in the background. It wasn't huge malty presence I was expecting, but all right, on to glass number two. I was going to say, I didn't think I was going to...
There's something else different in this one.
Oh, yeah, there is. This is definitely
bringing... It almost has like a dog food smell in it.
Dog food? Like Alpo?
No,
dry dog
it's more
food.
Like the dry dog food smell.
I can see that, I guess.
Not probably a great note, but...
I think it'd be a bigger seller if you said Alpo. That's way more malt flavor, though.
Yep.
Wow. That's very soft as silk, too.
Well, I don't know about that.
As far as harshness?
No, but it's sticking around.
Oh, no. I don't mean to drink water-esque by any means. I mean, there was no elbow.
But I didn't really... No, it definitely cranked on your tongue.
It's all flavor.
It definitely cranked up on your tongue.
Yeah.
It just made me change my first guess to my second guess, but... There's something different in this, though. And now I have, like, that... Kibbles and bits.
There's a huge malty presence in that one. Okay, I took a bigger sip that time. No, that definitely lights up your tongue. I like that a lot.
So back to your initial, yes, one did definitely drink. Way
it drank
softer
it
than-
drank way softer
than
than
two.
that one for sure. Right. The problem is I really don't remember the other ones. I don't remember kind of.
I didn't really mind one though.
No, it was good for what it was, but
But there is
it's-
definitely more flavor and
it-
leftover residue in two.
oh yeah, it's jacked
And
up
there's
to
a
1,000.
And there's a
compared to one
weird
one.
tweak in there though. There's something
I don't know
different in
about
that.
weird, but all right, we'll move on to 3. I'll try to narrow the weirdness down on the way back.
The nose isn't as pronounced in this one.
No, 2 definitely stepped up its game.
I mean, it's there, but it's light.
I'm not getting a malt smell. Like I actually got a malty smell in the second one.
There's something different in this one too, but way different than 2.
Yeah. I'm getting I gotta try that again. When I rolled it, I almost got that wet hay flavor in the middle.
There could be
Like it was like it broke a little bit when I was doing it. It wasn't a malt taste. It was almost like that wet hay more than a malt.
there's really not much for a nose either.
No. As far as proof / finish, it's still like that one sat the most in my chest.
I think 2 did for me.
That one sat with flavor. This one's sitting with proof. Like 2
I
coated the
can,
best.
I can, 3 light your tongue up a little bit too, though. But I don't know if I like the flavor of 3 that much.
Mm-mm. I don't like how it breaks. I don't like that. It's almost that Kentucky Hour / Willock Funk that I get. Like it breaks a little bit in there. We'll see what happens on the way back, but I'm bringing that one back.
Already did that.
No. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that has my
this
best
nose is
flavor.
This nose is not bad at all. It's a step up from 3.
Let's see. There ain't nobody. So that brings me back to an actual malt flavor. Like
This one has like almost like a hint of pine, like a little bit.
Okay. I'll go back.
In my end flavor,
Coming
I do
up-
get the malt to start.
Yep.
But then there's almost like what did I say? The second one had
Dog food.
yeah, I know that's not a good note, but this one kind of almost gave me like a little bit of a pine needle, like almost my pine needle tea back in the day.
Mhm. Whatever 4 is too, it's viscous as a bugger. Like you can never see it, but there are legs going down my.
There's something different. So I'm kind of tied 2 and 4 right now.
I agree.
3's back for me, and 1's
I just did that.
semi hanging on.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to go because 1 gets the unfair shake. I think it was good. I think I liked it better. I think 2 and 4 carried a lot more of the flavor and stuff like that.
I agree.
So I'm with you right
but
now.
they're
The same
two
way.
unique flavors, though. They're
Right.
2 different finishes.
I'm gonna have to go head to head and see
No,
where they
I-
come out with that.
Yeah, we'll
but
let it sit and then see where they come around.
we're not at that point yet. We're gonna actually take a quick break. We're gonna cleanse our palate, and we'll be back in 1 second. All right, so we're back. We're gonna start on the right, work our way left.
And just so you guys see the bottles, if you recognize the bottles moved, this is how Tom thought they were. And I'm like, did you just read my pad? He's like, no, I didn't. So we both right now think the way they're in line is what we
could possibly be drinking.
It's a
It's a
total,
guess, though.
total.
Yeah, it is.
Because I really never touch these. Not usually into the malt land. It's not my first pick. So
Honestly, I don't know if I've actually been back
This
to
is-
them either because if I do go into malt land, I usually do the single malts that I have. Like I don't think I've gone back, which I do want to do a single malt line too. So
future Tom.
future Tom, write that down.
This is
and then
almost
remember it.
got a little more hint of caramel right now.
It does, but it has a huge malty flavor. That's what I like about this one. I mean, that's part of the judge. I mean, if you're gonna do a malted rye, I should be able to taste the malt. And in 1 and 3, we're lacking in that department. But
This is still tasty.
no, it is very good. It is very good.
It has a nice little end residue of the malt.
Mhm.
And that little rye with the little rye drizzle.
Mm-hmm. I said, now that I cleansed my palate, man, that doesn't drink harsh at all either. I don't remember what the proofs are. 56, so that would be
12.
12,
115.
yeah. Well, 56, so that would be 50 and 50 would be
11.
100. So it would be 100 and 112, right? 56, 112.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, 112. So that kind of tracks on that because it's not really drinking that hot. Going to 3.
Again, there's not.
It's very tasty though, whatever that is. Whatever
no,
4
it was.
is.
I put it right back where it was. But,
Yep.
And
Oh,
nose
this one
wise,
does have a weird twang to it.
but it's very lacking in the nose as well.
It is, but it doesn't even smell like I'm not getting a malt smell. I'm getting a. I can almost go with your pine on this one. Is this the one you said the pine with?
I want to say I think it was.
I can almost go with that. Like there's a weird. All right, it's weird enough. I don't even think I want to drink it.
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
There's.
So this is the one that breaks. I don't like this one.
No,
at all.
it has that.
Yeah.
The
That hay.
end residue is like
Yeah.
it's like a
Yeah.
there's like a pine taste.
Yeah. That's been buried in wet hay for like 3 days. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that one. Whatever that is definitely it's making me cringe a little bit. Like I don't like that taste. And I obviously other people do because I get it in like some of the big name ones. Funny story about that.
Go ahead.
Steve came over a few days ago and we were drinking, and I was like, all right, you know what? We had a bunch of good ones. I'm like, let's try the Willet Purple Top. Everyone swears by this.
I haven't touched that.
So I
since
said,
we
let's
did.
just try it. So we poured a little bit of it, and he's like, oh, it's not bad. I'm like, Jesus. And then by the end of it, he's like, this isn't good. I'm like, okay, so you're with you. It took you a minute. He's like, yeah, it's like just bad taste lingering on my tongue. I'm like, yeah.
That was another one. Not cheap.
I told that story because this is giving me that same wet hay
Again,
flavor
there's
that I don't
something
care
totally different in 2 as well.
Mhm.
The nose
All right, let's
between
get rid of
2
that.
and 4.
for. Right.
They're totally different.
Right. We're
noses.
definitely having to go back to back because 3 just wrecks your palate compared to like it gets you off the whole single.
No,
malt
no,
thing.
it definitely did.
The malted rye. Excuse me. These are malted rye.
And then the taste was different.
Oh, there's chocolate in this one. This is a malted milk ball with the chocolate. Almost a dark chocolate.
I can almost get
malted
what a
milk
hint of
ball,
chocolate,
if
but
they
there's
make such
something
a
else in
creation.
there too. The dog food kind of went
Mm.
away.
Mm. Oh, that's good.
Well, this one really hangs on.
This has got to be my front runner. Beyond a shadow of a doubt so far. I have to go 2 to 4 back to back. This has that. It's a
This
good
one-
chocolate dose on that
Well,
one.
and it hangs on.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely has. I mean, 4 did too, but
It might have the biggest malt presence too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I like that one a lot.
That one definitely holds on. That's
Oh yeah, it does.
that one definitely sticks around, and it just keeps drizzling.
No. Yeah, and just when you think it's going away, it's like
Yeah,
roll.
'cause
It's
I'm
like a
talking,
wave. It's like the
Trying
wave
to let
coming,
it go away,
and then the
just-
wave gets bigger again, and it goes
keeps
away.
drizzling.
Yeah, it keeps coming.
And it don't. The first time around, they settled a little bit in my throat. Now
Yeah.
they're not. Obviously, we're acclimated, but yeah, that one.
But it's there. You know you're
No,
drinking a
it's-
proof for sure.
Well, I'm still doing baby sips because I
Yeah.
know you're gonna knick-knack for
No.
like 20 minutes. So
I don't think I'm gonna have to knick-knack as long as I normally do. I'm kind of
I don't know. I gotta brace myself. So when I think I have
Ooh.
something, you're like, try this again.
I'm getting a fruit. It's like it's not full maraschino cherry, but it's definitely in that range where I'm getting a fruit aspect to this one. On the nose, I'm thinking I'm drinking a bourbon right off the bat. Like I'm not getting any malt and I'm not getting any rye. in
Not
this.
not
I'm getting
too much. Well, definitely, really haven't had rye in any of these.
no.
Well, maybe
Just that
maybe 3.
Yeah, the cool. Not they know there's a funk in 3. I don't know what
Well,
that is.
there's I'll lean the pine tree scent that I keep
Mm.
getting in flavor towards that, but I could almost go. You might think
Mhm.
this would be a rye. I mean,
When you roll it on your tongue, you're gonna get that. It's not full maraschino cherry, but it's definitely that cherry flavor. Like I'm getting a cherry flavor on there. There's a sweetness and a cherry, like a it could be screwed to like a strawberry maybe, but it's definitely like one of them, like a red fruit.
I like the flavor in this though.
No, this is very good.
I really do like.
Kind of missing the rye. I'm thinking I'm drinking a bourbon though. In this one,
It's closer.
Yep.
It's definitely closer.
Yep.
Not. It's not a crazy nose of that, but it is closer.
it is good, but it's not bringing that malty presence at 2 and 4.
Yeah, but it's better than 3.
Oh, 1,000%. I agree with that 1,000%. 3 is my dead last. I don't know what it is, but it's not even a question.
I'm with you, but I'm not. I do agree with you 100%. Or I had it written down, but I think we are drinking New Riff on this one because it doesn't have half the sparkle, half the leftover residue at all. It has a good flavor.
Yep.
It don't really have a lot of hang time,
and it has
but
just
it's
that
tasty.
hint. It has like a hint of a malt. It reminds me of when we did the. Did I kill it? Nope, not yet. That
$68 though.
when I killed the old line, I didn't kill it
yeah.
yet, but it's over there. When I had the old line, the 80 proof one, it drinks with a hint of a malt, but it has that watered down effect. You know what I mean on it, but it's very good. It's not going to be dead last. I can tell you that.
I think I'm 2, 4, 1, 3.
That's where I'm at, but I want to drink 2 and 4 back to back. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause for 1 second, and we'll come with our final results. All right, so we are back, and we basically settled on what we actually went through on the beginning, but there's a decisive difference between these. I can say
100%.
that. Yeah,
100%.
yeah. So I'll be curious to see.
And 3 is the outlier.
Whatever 3 is I'm not a fan of. Honestly, whatever it is. We decided you could see the bottles, hopefully, so we think it's New Riff, Old Petrero.
Yeah, we didn't change our mind.
Smokewagon and Resurgence on there. So I'll be curious to see if we nail the bottles. I think we did because of the flavor profile that came off of it. But the only real outlier is whatever it is bottle 3. And I don't know if it's this one or not. But bottle 3 is just, it's got a funk to it. And it's got that wet hay flavor.
I don't remember that being our favorite throughout, but we'll see.
Yeah. So
we've been wrong before.
No, it doesn't matter what bottle it is. It's
Correct.
not our favorite. Let's go. So dead last, coming in dead last. I almost want to get the poo guy because I didn't like that at all. It was making me shiver.
We haven't had him around in a couple of years now.
It's right over there, though.
Oh,
I still do have it. So is what we had in glass number 3, and it's what you put in glass number 1.
Glass number 1 was Smokewagon.
Okay, so it was that one. And I again, maybe by itself it would be okay, but it's got a funk to it that I don't like that when it breaks into a wet hay flavor. I just don't like that at all.
I don't know. It was yes, it definitely stood out here.
It would stand out in my mouth when I drank it, and I'm gonna have a hard time because this one's still pretty full. So that now I know why, because that's been around for a long time. So all right,
so I never go back to it. So.
Yeah. So our third place glass, what was in glass number 1, it's what you put in glass number 3.
3 is New Riff.
New Riff. And again, this one was very good. And it was actually almost fruity. But the problem is that 100 proof makes a big difference.
Sipping out, it almost has like a little bit of a nut residue in the end, which when you said earlier, it's kind of more close to a bourbon. It is closer to a bourbon than it is a malt because you don't get a heavy malt.
Yeah, I do now because I'm thinking about it. But if this was in a blind, I think I would think it was a bourbon.
And I got a little bit of a nut finish. So that's...
No, I
but
agree.
It's tasty.
No, it's decent. It's crushable.
It beat,
this one I don't mind drinking.
3.
This one I'm gonna have to suck it up.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So our second place glass was in glass number 4, and it's what you put in glass number 2.
Resurgence.
All right, so we went 4 for 4 on this one, and I kind of thought we did. I got to be honest with you, and I apologize. I didn't look up who actually suggested this blind, but I agree with you. I know we wanted to do it. This El Petrero, so I say it right, was a store pick at Julio's in, we got it for $89.99. It comes in at $130.
That was just actually a wicked lucky guess.
What? of what we actually did. Oh, 100%.
Because
But this thing is a beast.
No. I remember saying that when we had it.
Yep.
But to put them together and then magically
And actually
pull it
get it,
out
because
of a
we don't
rabbit,
really go. I don't really go back to these either.
I don't. So
Not that 4 was bad, but compared to 2, it just was. Two was a beast. That thing is excellent. And I know a couple of you guys said, "Oh, look for some more." I will have to look for other people that have this thing, because this thing was a step above.
No,
it wasn't even the same class.
I agree.
Proof. It won, and it was like when we just did the Blind Fight Friday when it was the Jack. It beat on the nose, it beat on the palate, it beat on the proof, it beat on the refinement and the actual finish.
Yes.
Everything about it was a standout.
This really did have a huge hang time.
Oh, it did.
On its the
days.
residual, you could sit if you switched it, you really stuck it.
Oh no,
it
for
really
days.
did drizzle for a good amount of time.
Right. So keep that in mind. We will end up doing the battle of the new riffs, and that's where the battle of the I want to do the my mind just went blank. New riff is the one that I think might actually stand out with the single malts, because single malt is dark and rich and delicious, and I think it would tower because it actually had a proof on it too. So to give that one a fighting chance, but. Well, there you go. You guys asked for it, and I hope we brought it in. But this thing is an absolute beast. I don't know if they have any more of it, or all you guys that are in Massachusetts, if you know of another store that actually has one, I would be curious to go try another one, just because the fact this thing is
nothing that I've really seen in my travels.
No,
so that's it. I don't. It doesn't go like it's not here.
No,
Central.
I searched the sack because I thought I had another malted rye, but then I found out that we actually did it finally, because I was waiting.
We have other
ryes, but I don't think any of them are malted. No,
yeah,
so
I don't think I
no, we have a bunch of other ryes in there, because
yeah.
I was looking through it the other day, because I was like, he asked for it. I thought we had one more, but I forgot.
We apologize that we didn't write your name down. So
yeah,
cheers.
No. Neither here nor there. I said it. I just didn't realize. Like I wrote it down, but I was waiting for one to come out. I was waiting for this one, but we already did it. So thank you for reminding me, because otherwise it would have been still sitting on the pad over there, just waiting to be done. So again, if you want to see a future Sunday Funday, leave a comment down below, and hopefully we have. Mike kills all my bottles, so you never know if we have them anyway. All right, I kill all my bottles, so because we buy whiskey to drink. Unlike some channel, I'm not going to just sit here and hold them. I buy whiskey to drink. I know that for a fact.
If you look back behind us, there's not 6, 7, 8 bottles of the same.
No, that's it. It's not a stamp collection. If you want one of them, that's the wrong channel you're watching. So there you go. That's our review. So if you want a future Sunday Funday, leave a comment down below. I'll try to write it down, and if I have to, make it, I might switch a bottle or two just to make it happen, but we'll see. So,
or send Steve on a mission.
It's not the first time he's been on one. So there you go. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.